Have you ever wondered why breaking free from addiction feels like fighting against your own self? This is because addiction has a profound impact on the brain. Picture a spider weaving an intricate web. That's how addiction works, meticulously entangling itself in the network of our brain. It's not a matter of choice or lack of willpower. It's about the changes that occur when a person becomes addicted. When we think of addiction, we often imagine it as a monster snatching away our freedom. But in reality, it's a series of changes in the brain's wiring that makes quitting seem impossible. The brain, in its quest for pleasure, gets caught in a loop, incessantly craving the very substance that's causing the harm. So next time you hear about addiction, remember, it's not about weakness, but a brain caught in a relentless cycle. To understand more, we've talked to some of the leading neuroscience experts about the fascinating yet complex relationship between addiction and the brain. Our understanding of addiction has dramatically changed over the years, thanks to cutting-edge neuroscience research. Addiction, once viewed purely as a moral failing or lack of willpower, has been redefined through the lens of neuroscience. It's now recognized as a chronic brain disease, a condition that alters both the structure and the function of the brain. These alterations lead to compulsive substance use, despite harmful consequences. At the heart of this fascinating, albeit devastating process, lies the brain's reward system. This system, a group of structures in our brain, is activated whenever we engage in activities that are good for our survival, like eating or socializing. It rewards us with a hit of dopamine, a neurotransmitter responsible for feelings of pleasure and satisfaction. However, substances of abuse can hijack this system. They can flood the brain with dopamine, creating a sense of euphoria that is much more intense than any natural reward. This superstimulation of the reward system can lead to the development of substance dependence. Repeated exposure to addictive substances causes the brain to adjust to these high levels of dopamine. Over time, the brain starts producing less dopamine in response to natural rewards, and even less in its normal resting state. This decrease in dopamine levels can lead to feelings of discomfort or distress when not using the substance. Moreover, the prefrontal cortex, the part of our brain that helps us with decision-making and impulse control, also undergoes changes. It becomes less responsive, making it harder for individuals to resist the urge to use substances, despite knowing the negative consequences. This complex interplay between the brain's reward system and the prefrontal cortex forms the core of the neuroscience of addiction. It's a delicate dance that leads to the compulsive and destructive behaviors we associate with addiction. As we've heard from our experts, addiction is a brain disease that requires comprehensive treatment. Understanding the neuroscience behind addiction is crucial. It allows us to approach addiction with empathy and science, driving us towards effective treatments that can help individuals reclaim their lives. Behind every statistic about addiction is a person with a story to tell. And it's these stories that bring to life the neuroscience we've just explored, stories that underline the stark reality of addiction. Imagine an enthusiastic musician. Let's call him Ben. He's gifted, he's passionate, and he's also an addict. Ben's story isn't about poor choices or a lack of willpower. It's about a brain that's been hijacked by substances, altering the neural pathways that govern his desires and decisions. Then there's Laura, a high-achieving student who fell into the trap of prescription pill addiction. For Laura, it wasn't about seeking a high. It was about managing stress, about trying to keep up with the pressures of academic life. But those pills changed the chemistry of her brain, creating a dependence that she never saw coming. And let's not forget about Maria, a mother of two, battling alcohol addiction. Maria's story is one of heartbreak and hope, a story of a brain caught in a vicious cycle of craving and temporary relief. These are just a few examples, yet they reflect the millions of individual battles being fought against addiction across the globe. Each story is unique, but they all share a common thread: a brain altered by substances, leading to a cycle of addiction. But it's not just about the individual. Addiction sends ripples through families, friendships, and communities. It's the sleepless nights of a worried parent, the strained relationships, the dreams put on hold. It's the societal costs of lost productivity, healthcare expenses, and crime. Yet, amidst the struggles, there is resilience. There is courage. The courage of Ben, Laura, Maria, and countless others who face each day with determination, fighting to regain control over their lives and their brains. These personal stories remind us that while addiction is a brain disease, it also affects individuals, families, and communities. The journey to recovery is a testament to the human spirit's resilience. It's not simply a matter of willpower, but an intricate process where understanding the neuroscience of addiction plays a pivotal role. Recovery begins with recognizing the brain's altered pathways due to addiction and adopting strategies to rewire these paths. It's a journey of relearning, where the brain is taught to associate pleasure and reward with healthier alternatives. Success stories abound, each one a beacon of hope. Individuals, once entrapped in the cycle of addiction, have emerged victorious, harnessing the power of neuroscience to their advantage. Their journeys underscore the significance of professional treatment and unwavering support from loved ones. Perseverance is key. The road may be long and fraught with challenges, but each step forward is a victory over addiction. Understanding the neuroscience of addiction is not only crucial for developing effective treatments, but also for reducing the stigma associated with addiction. The more we understand about the neuroscience of addiction, the better equipped we are to address it. As we unravel the intricate web of addiction, we uncover the stark reality that it's not simply a matter of willpower, but a complex interplay of brain chemistry, genetics, and environment. Neuroscience offers us a window into the workings of the brain, shedding light on how substances hijack our neural pathways and lead to compulsive behavior. By exploring these mechanisms, we can develop more effective treatments and interventions, offering hope to those grappling with addiction. The stories we've shared today underscore the transformative power of understanding and compassion. They remind us that recovery is not only possible, but within reach for many. As we continue to learn, grow, and share this knowledge, we are collectively empowered to make a difference. Remember, addiction is not a choice or moral failing, but a disease of the brain. Together, armed with knowledge and compassion, we can fight it. Before we wrap up this enlightening journey, let's take a moment to reflect on the power we all hold. Knowledge, as we've seen, is the key to understanding and combating addiction. But knowledge alone isn't enough. It's what we do with that knowledge that truly matters. It's time for us to take action. We can raise awareness, reduce stigma, and support those in the throes of addiction. We can advocate for research into new treatments and interventions. We can educate ourselves and others about the realities of addiction, replacing judgment with empathy and understanding. We can share the stories we've heard today, reminding those battling addiction that they are not alone and that recovery is possible. So let's all lend a hand, let's all be a part of the solution. Let's turn our knowledge into action. Remember, every small step makes a big difference. Thanks for watching today's video. If you found this information valuable, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Together, we can make a difference. Together, we can change the face of addiction. Thanks for watching.